Today on America's Court with Judge Ross.
Do you think the baby was coming?
With what I was feeling, I needed a hospital bed immediately, as soon as possible.
And out of all the people in New York that you could have asked,
Yes.
why did you ask her to give you a ride? In my courtroom, it's about equity and fairness. Stop. Is that true? I don't want you to understand. I want you to overstand.
Yes, sir.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. Justice should be more than just some foreign concept. I actually want you to learn something. That's not gonna happen. Not up in here, not today. And boom goes the dynamite.
Fair, firm, compassionate. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Colette Hart claims she raced her pregnant neighbor to the hospital and says she refused to pay for detailing after her water broke in the car.
All rise. Remain standing and come to order. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Kevin Ross presiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
Ms. Hart is suing Brooklyn West in the amount of $699.
All parties been sworn, Your Honor.
Third, your Deputy Thomas. So, Ms. Hart, no good deed goes unpunished, huh? You are in a situation where you helped out Miss West, and now you want her to pay you $699 for a car detail.
That's correct.
All right? Tell me what happened.
Okay, Your Honor. The reason why I'm here today is I'm suing Brooklyn and her husband for $699.
Okay, that's right. I saw that there was a co-defendant. Your husband couldn't make it, though.
Correct.
All right, we allowed that, and you are suing them because you offered them a service.
Correct.
And now you're saying what?
Okay, well, they don't want to pay me.
They don't want to pay you.
No.
Why don't you want to pay the lady?
So when she had delivered the $699 receipt to us,
Yes.
we had thought that was outlandish. That was like a wild amount.
It's like, why am I getting this bill for $699 for car detail? Right?
Exactly, Your Honor. So when she had given me that bill, I actually called the same place that she gave me the bill from.
Yes.
And I had explained what had happened with me and my husband.
And let's talk about that.
Yes.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Yes. So
what had happened was what?
Yes. So we had just finished up dinner. This was also my first child. So after we ate, we started cleaning up a little bit, and I had this intense pain in the bottom of my pelvis.
Okay.
So I was very scared. I wasn't sure what was going on.
Yeah.
Yes. So I looked at my husband, Liam. He looked at me. Immediately, he knew what was going on. He could tell that I was in pain, and he tried to order an Uber immediately.
Now, you thought you were going to the hospital.
Yes.
To deal with the pain, or did you think it was the baby was coming?
So like I said, it was my first child, so I had never felt this pain before.
Sure.
I had felt kicks and, slight little bumps and grinds and stuff like that, but like nothing this excruciating, nothing this intense.
Okay.
It took my breath away right away when it happened, so I was just scared. What I was feeling, I needed a hospital bed immediately, as soon as possible.
And out of all the people in New York that you could have asked,
Yes.
why did you ask her to give you a ride?
So Liam had known that Colette had a vehicle. We had helped each other.
Well, since Liam's not here, don't tell me what because I can't cross-examine.
Of course.
Tell me what you know. Did you know Miss Hart?
We were acquaintances, so we had seen each other in the elevator.
Other than seeing her, you didn't really know her.
Correct.
You all hadn't really had a neighborly sort of connection.
Well, we used to go up and down the stairs.
So you would just say hi and how are you?
Groceries, stuff like that.
Okay.
Like we were cordial.
But it was pretty superficial.
Correct.
Correct.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And yet here is your first child.
Yeah.
And out of all the people in the apartment complex, you asked the lady that you're like, hey, what's up? Right? Mm-hmm. And when you were asked, were you surprised?
Yes, I was really surprised. I was very surprised.
Because?
And somewhat because they didn't just say, can you give us a ride? They asked to borrow my SUV. They asked to borrow it.
You don't know this lady from Eve, and you're going to ask her to borrow your car? Talk to me about that.
That's what we thought yes, in the moment we thought that was more convenient just to borrow the car.
Did you all live on the same floor?
Yes.
We did, yes.
Okay.
So Liam ran down like 3 or 4 doors to get to her door.
And why don't you have a car?
So it's actually $250 to keep a car in the garage at our apartment complex, and we
Every
both
month?
Yes,
Oh,
a
that's
monthly.
okay.
It's a lot. So
So you didn't want to bear the cost of that $250 a month.
right.
So we'll just ask Ms. Hart, who has to pay that $250 a month.
My husband and
Is that a
myself.
yes?
Yes.
Yes, right? So she's paying $250 a month. So what is that, 500? That's about
$3,000.
$3,000 for a year that you're not paying,
Correct.
right? Because had you had your own car, you would have just jumped it in and you would have went. You wouldn't have needed the Uber, and you wouldn't have had to have bothered someone that you didn't really know anyway.
Your Honor.
Is that a yes? I think it's a yes. I'm
There's
just
an
going to throw it out there.
explanation.
It's a yes, Boss Ross.
Yes.
And based on that conversation,
I
you
told him I
said,
couldn't. I didn't feel comfortable.
HE double toothpicks, no, I'm not going to loan you my car.
Right.
But I will take you to the hospital.
Correct.
Were you familiar with where the hospital was in relation to where you all live?
Somewhat. I knew it. I mean, in the town that we live in, I knew.
Had you ever been to that hospital
I had never
before?
been to that
Okay.
hospital.
So you pretty much had an idea,
Yes.
but you probably didn't know the exact route to get there in the quickest period of time.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You say, and you weren't doing anything. Well, I guess it didn't matter what you were doing, because whatever it was, you stopped what you were doing, put your life on hold, let that marinate for a minute,
Yeah.
and said, I will help you in this predicament that you're in.
Coming up on America's Court.
You weren't expecting
No,
to
not.
drive almost 30 minutes to a hospital.
Yeah.
Let that marinate for a moment.
Yep.
A crock pot, we're just letting it stew, and so the juices get nice and bubbly.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Colette Hart, who is suing Brooklyn West for property damage.
So then what did you do?
So I went downstairs,
Yes.
jumped in my car, and had them get into the back seat. As we proceeded to go to the hospital, she
Yes,
was in pain. He was trying to help her and stuff like that. We had to drive to the gas station.
And why did you have to drive to the gas
There
station?
was no gas in my vehicle at the time.
And you weren't expecting
No, I
to
wasn't.
have an emergency
No, I was
that
not.
required you
No, I was
to
not.
drive almost 30 minutes to a hospital.
Yeah, I was not. Mhm.
Let that marinate for a moment.
Yep.
We're marinating a lot.
We're marinating up in here. It's like a crock pot. We're just letting it stew, and so the juices get nice and bubbly. Go ahead.
And so as we was going to, after the gas station, we was headed to the hospital. It was really chaotic because there was lots of traffic, and we had her in pain, hurting really bad, and him trying to soothe her, and also trying to give me directions.
Your Honor,
try to give me directions to the hospital as I was trying to maneuver through traffic and listen to all them. So it's kind of.
And you were like, there's too much going on
Yeah,
here.
I was really-
It's a typical day. I'm minding my own business in my own place, and next thing you know, I'm in this
Yes.
situation.
And yes,
Yes,
and that's
I
it.
get
And
it.
so,
I totally get it.
so as we're getting
I
close,
want to put a pin in that for a
Okay,
moment.
okay.
From what I recall, you all had issue with her going to get gas.
So, the difference between routes that we were supposed to take to the hospital.
Yes.
There would have been a left out of the garage that would have given us a direct route, straight shot to the hospital, right? She turned right and took the longest way possible.
How dare her?
Your Honor, I'm very appreciative, but I was in
you said-
so much pain.
I don't want to sit here and even begin to insinuate that I'm negating that pain. My question was about the gas station.
Yes.
You all had an issue with her stopping at the gas station.
If
from
we
what I
had taken,
recall.
yes, Your Honor, if we had taken the direct route that my husband had offered several times in the car, we would have gotten there less miles, quicker. She wouldn't have had to stop for gas. And even if she did have to stop for gas, we still would have paid for the
she
gas.
had enough gas in her tank to even make it had she followed the directions that Liam were giving her? How do you know that? Did you see the gas tank?
No.
No.
The cat.
So
I
they
mean,
sort
that's-
of, it was a little bit of a fuss about you even stopping to get gas, from what I remember.
Somewhat, but we got through it.
But you were like, I understand. I'm focused on trying to get them there.
Yeah, so I understand. So I definitely just, kept on going, tried to get her there. She was having a baby, or she was in pain. I was like, I want to help my neighbor, right? And so as we were getting to the hospital, all I heard was a loud scream and saying,
Who was this that was screaming? This lady over
yes,
here.
right here, yeah. Yeah,
Brooklyn.
yeah,
The one with
The
Brooklyn
neighbor that you
child.
barely know, so
Yeah.
it makes sense that you can't even remember her name.
Yes.
No, I was thinking about the pain that she was in and how she
Have you
blurted
ever
out.
had a child yourself?
No, but I have nieces and nephews, so no,
And
I
you've
don't.
been around enough people that you know that pain is no joke.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
And
it's
so
intense.
I was like, oh my goodness. So her water broke all over the vehicle. So yeah, so the water broke. So the water broke. I said, no problem. Let's just still get to the.
Let's marinate on that for
Okay.
a moment.
We're back in the crock pot.
Back in the crock pot,
Yes.
water breaks everywhere in the car.
On the seat in the car.
Well, no, it doesn't pick and choose where when water breaks, it just.
So Liam had laid me down in the back seat, so it was actually in the gully of the seat. It was only on the seat.
Okay.
It
Said
didn't
was
make
only
it anywhere
4
else.
quarts. She said, what did you say?
4 cups. So
4 cups.
My
I was like,
4 cups.
You sitting
is
there
how-
measuring and seeing?
No. I looked it up because I was like $699 for 4 cups of water.
It wasn't just water,
You know.
Your Honor.
No, it is not just water.
was
It is
just not just
listen.
water.
That is not just something in
It is a
dispute.
cloudy secretion
Hold
of
on a moment.
water.
Let's disambiguate this situation. It is not water. It is fluids that have been used to hold a child in your internal body. Yes? So if it's your fluids, it may not seem like such a big deal, but the neighbor who doesn't know you from Eve,
Right.
who's just trying to help out, she's like, oh my God, my car is nasty now.
And not only that, not only was it nasty, I deal with clients and customers, potential clients every day for the company that I work for. And some of the clients that I have to deal with, I have to put in my car. So I couldn't wait 2 or 3 days or,
Nor would you want to.
yeah, to get my car clean. So I called in.
I get that.
Coming up on America's Court.
I've been driving since I was 16. I ain't never paid $699 for washing
We
and
live
detailing of my
in
car.
Manhattan, New York.
Stop. You had me at Manhattan.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Colette Hart, who is suing Brooklyn West for property damage.
Your issue is to clean the car. You want $699.
What I paid for to get it back into the pristine condition that it was before.
You have proof of that?
Yes.
Any expenses you want to give?
Yes.
I've been driving since I was 16.
Your Honor, I also
I keep my car
I also
pristine
I've had
every
sports
week.
cars, I've had SUVs. I ain't never paid $699 for washing
We
and
live
detailing of my car.
in Manhattan, New York.
Stop.
Where the rent
Stop.
is $7,000
Stop.
for 2. Okay.
You had me at Manhattan.
Okay.
Vacuum, upholstery, steaming, air
You see,
conditioning.
steaming is
vent.
highlighted, Your Honor.
Yeah, I see
Okay.
that as I'm looking through this because I don't dispute that this is what you paid. The water breaking took place inside the car.
correct.
All of this is inside and outside the car.
Well, let me explain to you why that is that.
Por
Let me-
favor.
Can I please?
Well, oh yes. So there's different prices for different things. Of course, I wouldn't have paid $699 for if I didn't have to. They had certain premiums and prices that I had to pay, and what I needed the most, they didn't have at $199. They didn't have at $400.
You said I live in Manhattan. Exclamation point period. There's more than one car wash in Manhattan.
Correct, and that's the one.
Call me, I don't know, I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm sure that there were probably several options if one didn't have what you needed.
Well, that's the one I chose.
The issue here is not that you are being asked to pay, it's you feel as though $699 is exorbitant.
Coming up on America's Court.
How much would it cost to detail the interior of a car
But with the steam cleaning, it had to be the whole works.
at that location? It's your car, it's your money, you have that right.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Colette Hart, who is suing Brooklyn West for property damage.
What do you think you should pay?
200, 250.
250 max is what she's saying she feels is reasonable.
Correct.
She offered to pay you that, right?
Right, but that service that she got a quote from them was not the services I was going to help get my car back to where it was at.
Okay.
I did an estimate. I asked them professionally.
How much would it cost to detail the interior of a car alone?
It had to be the whole works. They weren't going to give me
At that location.
Oh, at that location. For
So
just,
if you wanted for all of that to take place, it's your car, it's your money, you have that right. The issue is, are you entitled to be compensated for your vehicle not being in the condition prior to her water breaking? You wanted to show me something. Let's take a look.
Yes. So I had called Larry's after I had gotten.
Larry's, is that the place?
That is the auto place that did the detailing for Miss Hart's vehicle. I had called, I had explained what had happened in the back seat, and I asked them, I said, what package do you think would be suitable for the situation that took place in the back seat? And that is the quote that I received for $199. And I had told Miss Hart.
Have you seen this?
You know what? I did see it. What I was quoted.
I know what you were quoted because you gave
I
it to
paid
me
it. I had
highlighted steaming.
I had to pay for it. It was something that had to be done.
Listen, there's nobody here that's going to argue with you about whether or not you're entitled to get the best quality service that you want for your vehicle. The issue is this is a court of equity and fairness. And what I'm looking at is, what is a reasonable cost to be reimbursed? Now,
$699, Your Honor. That is what I paid for.
Incorrect.
Judge Ross's verdict when America's Court returns. This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program.
here's what it ultimately comes down to. Didn't you pay for the gas?
I did.
Was pretty much the gas tank was on E, which is
No, it wasn't on E.
okay.
$120. I hope it
ended
still
up-
wasn't on E.
I
Okay,
hope it
but
was
you
on E.
but it was enough to where you felt you couldn't make it. Otherwise, that's why you wouldn't have stopped to get gas.
That's right. So
it was pretty low.
Yes.
So there's $120 there, and then let's just round up. There's $200
It
for
did not come with
the
the steaming.
offer of the detailing.
It did not
that
come
would
with the
be a
steaming.
I don't know
total.
who mentioned steaming.
The steaming,
You're both talking, but I'm talking, so that's problematic. You're asking for pretty much $700, so there's a difference of $380. The issue becomes not whether or not you're entitled to be compensated, because based on the evidence and the testimony before this court, the gavel is going to come down in favor of the plaintiff. It's really only a question of how much are you entitled to. You are entitled to a total of $320. That reflects the detailing, as well as you've already received the $120, so I'm going to give you the additional $200 for the detail. That is the order. Case closed.
All rise.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $200.
I was super thankful that you took us to the hospital. I never thought we would end up in court because of it.
well, it is what it is. He did his ruling. I mean, I still feel like I should have got paid the whole thing.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.